Hey everybody, it's Bob here at Topsider Boat Tours in Nokomis, Florida. I wanted to give a quick update, about a 6-month update on my engine from Bixpy for my Lynx kayak. And honestly, it was a rough go the first few months. I used it one time and then I tried to use it again and it just wouldn't seem to hold a charge. It was kind of weird. I'd get on the water and it appeared to be the battery would be full, but it would die out really quickly. It actually angered me a lot because you get out, you're expecting to use the engine and it would just die out, which is not what you want. Well, I returned to the factory just recently and they did find a problem with one of the battery cells, which was great because that meant there was an actual problem with it. So I'm just going to give a quick update. Again, the Bixpy engine, I'm pretty far from the dock today. I'm probably about a mile or two away at this point. So we're gonna go ahead and do some riding here. All right, just as a refresher, now this, I have a special plug here for the J2 engine, specifically for the Lynx kayak. So that is what you're looking at here. If you use the J2 or any engine, make sure you always have your pedals with you because you never know when that engine might die out. And this is the battery pack. I've got a pretty full boat today, so I've got a lot of stuff around, but you could put the engine underneath the seat if you wanted to. This is the magnet right there that will actually activate the engine to make sure that you have a good connection and you control the engine speed and so forth, reverse, stop, and forward with the wrist worn remote control. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've gone ahead and hit forward a couple of times. There's multiple steps here on the remote control, meaning you can choose what speed you'd like to go. If you're going against the current or against the tide, you want to try to probably go as fast as you can, or you're just going to be putting along. The boat itself, in the intercoastal waterway here, against the tide, goes about 5 miles an hour. If I'm going with the tide, then I can go about 6, maybe 7 if it's a really fast current. But yeah, that's about the equal speed, maybe a tad bit more than what you can get off of using the pedals, really cranking it out. So it's a very comfortable ride. Now, in addition to fixing the battery at the factory, the folks at Bixpy also said they did a software update that decreased the noise of the engine. Now, I'm gonna have to listen back to my original video to see if there is a difference. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm only about 3 or 4 steps in right now on the remote control on the battery power, so I'm gonna go ahead and crank it all the way up. All right, so here we are. We have full power on the engine, and it is definitely pretty quiet. You've got the a little bit of the vibration on the Lynx, but nothing too crazy. As you can see, the Lynx really cuts through the water quite well when you have the engine going at full steam. Wow, this Bixpy engine is a lot of fun. It is really cutting through the water nicely and cruising about 4 to 5 miles an hour. Where now personally I prefer to be using my pedals, but for exercise and so forth. But this engine can really come in handy for a number of different folks. One, if you're an angler and you're going against currents and you're out for a long time during the day, this engine could really help, you know, keep you fresh and able to get back safely. Or, you know, if you're young, old, and you have limited use of your legs, or you might have a knee issue, whatever it might be, the Bixpy can get you out on the water safely and ensure that for you and your friends that you might be out with, that, you know, you're not going to get stuck someplace. You'll be able to keep up with them, or, you know, more than likely they have to keep up with you, because the engine does go along at a pretty good clip. Again, right now we're going about 5 or 6 miles an hour, and again, you have a number of different settings on your remote control, you know, different speeds for whatever applications or whatever you're doing. You've got that power on your wrist. You can also go in reverse if you need to go to reverse. So again, if you need the engine, it's definitely something you might want to look into investing in. If you don't need it, you know, it's fun to have, and be able to get out on the water with a motor. Now, do keep in mind that in certain states, Florida included, if any type of motorized watercraft needs to be registered. So you can see my registration stickers down there at the bottom. It's a pretty hefty fine if you just throw this engine on a kayak and you don't have it registered. But again, we did run into some problems with the Bixpy engine up front. I have nothing but good things to say about their tech support and just the way that the RMA process works. We were able to get it fixed pretty quickly and returned. By the time I shipped it in, and they fixed it in just a day or two. They had to do some extensive testing because it wasn't apparent right away that there was a problem with the battery, but then they did find it using a little bit more testing. It took about 2 weeks all in all by the time I sent it all in and got it back, which is not bad at all. But again, take a look. You might really enjoy the Bixpy. And again, if you're ever in Southwest Florida and you'd like to test this out, or test any of the Hobie kayaks that we have out, feel free to give us a call or visit our website at topsidertours.com, and we'll get you on the water. You can test these things out. Take care.